Hello. Just gonna give it another minute or so. Or possibly not an entire minute, but a moment. Been listening to Siva Gunner songs for the past hour, so I'm probably in the right mental state to solve puzzles, right? So I'm pretty sure this is where we were last time. I remember Roach Fest, and I don't remember Roach Races, so that's probably it. Actually, I should probably take care of this real quick. It looks to me like we're near the end of R, and I haven't downloaded S. So let's do that. There's going to be a lot of S's. Hello. I'm just downloading a bunch of S holds in anticipation of reaching that point, although it probably won't happen this stream. I guess while I'm waiting, I should ask if anyone knows whether... Because the reason I moved to Friday a while back was because somebody else had streams going on at about this time on Saturday. Does anyone know if that's still the case, or if whatever was going on at the same time is quit? I mean particularly people in the CaravelNet chat. Like, I think Nuntar was doing a Legend of Zelda thing, but this was months and months ago. So I imagine most of that might be over. I guess mainly I'm interested in whether there's any really good reason not to just continue doing this on Saturday for a while. Alright, so Roach Races. I thought I was getting the best brains in the business to train my racing roaches, the Duke lamented, but instead they've corrupted my prized brood and turned them all into slavering man-eating beasts. Why, I've lost 2 guards and a plumber during this week already. Now I've hired you to put a stop to this. Alright. That's good. In response to this. Can you see that? Probably. Upper basement. The Duke had explained the basement consisted of 3 levels. He pointed out with obvious delight that any self-respecting roach breeder needed plenty of room for his roaches. Alright. Thanks to playtesting, comments, and suggestions by the following people, I have improved many rooms in this hold. Chaco, Jacob, Pinwielder, TF Murphy, and Tim. It is useful in some rooms in this hold to wait until roach queens spawn. You can use control wait. This was back in 2012. Was that a new... Okay, that's good. Was that new technology in 2012? Roach queen spawning? I mean, not roach queens. You know what I mean. The wait timer thing. How do I get past here without a sword? Because I don't want the queen to die. I guess I need her to block herself off. But not in that direction. I don't know. I need to... I want to do that. Hmm. Not really clear how to move south here and not kill the queen. Because that's obviously what I need to do. Maybe if I have her spawn here and then just... this kind of almost works. But not really. Maybe, hang on. I can do this. That's no good. There we go. A little obnoxious, this. At least I don't need the queen to survive the second one. The second one basically exists so that I need the first one. Oh, never mind, I do need the queen. Okay. Well, I don't remember exactly what I did, but I have a vague idea. That's not it. But it's something kind of like that. Actually, this kind of maybe works. I thought I did this, but maybe this is what I need. Yeah, that kind of works, hopefully. Okay, then I guess I need her for the return trip, too. God. But, this should still be a little easier than it was before. Because I need to just stand on this. Just need him to die, and then I can move forward. So the way back is easier than the way forward. At this point I'm done, so... Alright then. I don't know what that had to do with cleaning out roaches, considering that there's a bunch of other monsters around, but whatever. Okay, this is just a straightforward kill the brain things room, I guess. I have half an inclination to maybe block off one of the passages and come back later. That's not quite what I had in mind. Maybe I'll be better off trying to block it the other way. Yeah, that's not gonna work. don't see how I'm supposed to avoid being blocked off by golems and especially by giants. Because if there's a giant in the way, I literally can't get past it. Everything is always moving toward me, so I don't really... Like, I have no opportunity to do anything about it. The real problem is that there's so many golems in general coming toward me. So, like, if I... try to block off... If I try to wait around to block off a giant with a golem corpse, I'm probably going to be stuck behind golems instead. Okay, this might work. No. I don't think I can make him stand where I need him to. I've just noticed there's also roach queens in this room for some reason, because apparently it's not enough of a nightmare without that. Maybe this is what I should do to start. Yeah, that worked really well. Okay. This is a much better position, although I'm a little concerned that I might accidentally block off some way that I will need to go later in order to reach something. I'm gonna just sort of hope that doesn't happen. If I can just get the breathing room to kill this brain, I think it'll be good. Because then I won't have all the golems coming toward me, and I can just have more control over things in general. I won't have brain queens to contend with, and the queens are all bunching themselves down in the lower right corner, which is the entrance of the room, which is definitely good. Overall, I'd say the queens didn't figure too heavily into the difficulty of this room. It was mostly the golems and giants being brained that was a problem. Brained golems and giants, and roaches all at once. Can you solve this room by using only 3 mirrors? What is the goal of this room? I guess probably keep the roach alive. So, what we really want would be maybe to cage and unbrain the roach somehow. I'm not too interested in the challenge, I just want to know if I can make something work. This is kind of a... I don't like this position for the 3 mirrors here, so let's lure him somewhere else and fix it. I really want it farther west, honestly. Something that occurs to me is why don't I just trap him in the entrance passageway? I guess maybe I can't run by him quickly enough to do that. Right. I needed that mirror to be in a different location, I think. Maybe I've got this sideways. Hang on. I don't actually need but one mirror to stick him in a corner if it's that corner. Or maybe two. Yeah, I can see what the problem is with that. I'm trying to figure out how I can pull a mirror in with me, though. That seems like it might not work either. What I really want would be a roach cage right next to the green door, so I don't have to bother with him chasing me around on Brain too much. There we go. Nah, he's gonna stay there. Do I need him to stay there, or just to not be too close? There we go. Perfect. That's probably the kind of solution that was intended. I don't know how you would do this after shattering a mirror at the beginning, though. That seems pretty difficult. Or if there's some other thing you could do instead after shattering a mirror at the start. I mean, in theory, the cage doesn't need to be more than 3 mirrors in size, but I'm assuming by use only one mirror, it means destroy one before you really start doing anything. Okay, what is this? Looks to me like the idea is to somehow reach the queens in the corners and kill them. It may be important what turn I do this on. Because if that's so, then maybe I can it would also help if I were facing a better direction. I was hoping to keep her there a little longer than that. It seems clear to me the only way to reach the queens is if they spawn. Yeah, okay. I'm not confident that I actually have enough turns to do this, though. Unless I should have started, I guess I should end on one of the near corners instead of one of the far corners. Am I doing a spawn cycle earlier? I'm not sure. It might. This doesn't appear to be enough time, so I'm not really sure how I can adjust that. I mean, that's about the earliest I can get in. Maybe I should try to box the southwest one in while I spawn other things so that I don't have to use a spawn cycle for it. I don't really see what other option I have. No, there's not really... I can't make enough roaches to do that, really. This is the earliest I can kill the first queen after entering. And after that, I'm completely locked as to what I can do. I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to be able to save time. The only thing I can see that would work is if I could actually manage to completely flood the last room with roaches before I get there. Like, I'd need to be standing in range of that queen at every possible step. At all 4 possible steps. That's the only option I can see. And ideally, the roaches would not be in the way. Right? Huh. That seems really unlikely. This works. Okay, so I didn't... Alright, the first time I tried to spawn the Southwest Queen while I was doing the other ones, I didn't completely efficiently spawn. There were only 5 roaches, so now there were 6 roaches, which was enough to stop her off. I think that's the difference. Hello. Alright, well that was level 1. Middle basement. The Duke had expounded in detail on the proper feeding and treatment of his prized roaches. He had been insistent that they require proper levels of dampness, suitably gloomy surroundings, and a varied diet. He did not explain further what it was exactly the roaches had been eating after his secretary coughed politely. Is the implication that they were eating people, or is it supposed to be something less dark? Oh boy, this looks like a nightmare. Maybe I can get away with just running on. I don't know what I just said, but okay, yeah, this was easier than it looked. This gave a lot of leeway. Alright. Next. I just like running Arl incomprehensible. What is this? Okay. What are these? Huh? How does what? Okay. Cool. I guess that the idea is to rotate the coins. Rotate the arrow. Okay, we don't want to do that. So I need to re-rotate the arrow, but apparently not like that. Huh. So should I not rotate this particular arrow? Or should I only rotate it once? I'm not clear on this exactly. I don't... I mean, I could sit her here. Would that help? I don't see that that would really help. Okay, I guess it helped. Whatever. So I do the same thing again here, right? here, let her spawn, then hit this. Actually, do I need to do any more arrow hitting now? It sure seems unnecessary at this point. I can just hold that with a mirror now, right? And the purpose of these is to help me push the queen out. So that last couple of arrow things is a red herring? I guess. I need to be careful when I push her into there, though. Or how I do it, at least. Because I want her to spawn so she skates across the roach. Oh, I don't need to do that here. I can be directly vertical. I probably need to do it here, though, so let's test if... Yeah, that works. Right on the button. Hooray! 5th place. It's kind of hard to imagine how you make that much more efficient than it automatically is. So you disarm and then you push this button and the queen goes up here. What in the world? I suppose the goal is to push the queen onto the hot tile without anything spawning. I don't know whether this mud is important or not. What happens if I just try to go and do it right away? Well, first of all, the queen is going to spawn inconveniently. And secondly, I need mirrors over there. So, I don't think the mud is important in and of itself. I don't really understand why there's mud in this room. I mean, puzzle-wise. Because it seems like all I need is a couple mirrors over here so the queen won't run into that passage wrong. And also for her to not spawn after I push the button. Because this is more or less what I want. Okay. I'm not convinced that it's possible for the queen to not spawn, though. It doesn't look like there's a way to make her move any faster here. Yeah, no. And there's no way to get your sword back or pull the roaches onto those hot tiles, is there? Maybe the idea with the mud is to make a prison for the roaches so they won't get in the way? And then I can deal with them afterward? Because I don't have any other option but to have roaches here. Oh, hello. I'm sorry. I didn't even notice that Chaco had joined. I thought it was Dolly saying that. Wait. There we go. So I have to let her spawn once. And I might as well already be standing up here somewhere to attract the roaches into position. And then I need to get all the way over here and not... Okay. This shape isn't perfect. I think maybe some kind of really long divot like this would be good. I'm hoping on the hot tiles because I don't see any other options. I don't have the option for them to not spawn because this takes more than 30 turns to get her over there. And I don't have a way to get armed. So as far as I can tell, I have no option but to hope that they die on the hot tiles. Maybe I should make this narrower? So I don't have to go all the way around it. And I know that. It doesn't seem possible, no matter how I employ the mirrors, to both put her on the hot tile and have her never spawn. I didn't set this correctly. Didn't want to do that. Okay, this is the mud shape that I wanted. I guess I could have imitated that with a mirror. My mirrors are too far east, and I didn't realize how far back my save was. I guess I'll try something else, because I really... Like, it sure doesn't look like there's a way to prevent the queen from spawning ever, but... No, that won't work. No, she's gonna spawn at least one roach no matter where I put these. I guess I should put them over here, though? That's not gonna work. Maybe? I'll only have maybe one roach over there after I'm done, but I'll have all the other ones still? I didn't make this correctly. This isn't right. Because I was trying to think of two different things at once, I didn't remember how I needed this to look. That should be better. Pardon me a second. Tile. Okay. So at this point she spawns one guy. I really wanted to make it over there before she could do that. I can't really get here any faster. Oh, there we go. That's enough to kill her, but then I'm not really sure how to kill this roach. Maybe I chase her in? I don't know. I don't see any way to kill the roaches here, and I don't see any way to prevent roaches from being spawned either. Because there's no way to produce like a passage small enough and conveniently placed so that the Roach Queen will try to spawn and not. And also get to where I need her to go. And also like stop before she gets all the way into this passage. Because I need at least 2 mirrors. No, I need at least 1 mirror to stop her off right here. And there's no way to place the other 2 that will completely prevent her from spawning. And I can't have any mud babies around, although I really doubt that would be useful because there's nothing I can kill them with. I'm not convinced that there's any way... Like, I don't want the queen going up to this area, because if she goes up here, then there's not really anything I can do. Like, if she goes up into the mud, then I'm wasting turns with her being in a place that's not useful. Because all I want her to do is go south and west. And I need to destroy some of the mud in a certain way in order to even have the mirror that I need. I still can't make any convenient holes exactly north of where the Queen's Passage is. I don't think... yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what kind of shape is supposed to be useful here. I can't make anything with 3 mirrors, or especially not with 2. And I certainly, like, there's not really a good way to use the mud either, because it's north and I don't want her to go north. If she goes north, I have to chase her south again and waste a bunch of turns, and then probably she spawns again anyway. If she's coming from the mud, then she has to stop here at some point because of the direction of these force arrows. She has to stop exactly on this tile, and then I have to run past her. So that can't be done in one go unless we mean one go differently. Yeah, I have no idea how to make that room work. This immediately looks more tractable than the last one. Among other things, I have an invisibility potion to work with. And all I need to do is bring the queen up to that death spot. Up to the one tile that I have available to stab things from. And also somehow keep her there. Which I'm less confident on how to do, but it doesn't involve obtuse mud shaping, at least. If I could put this... she's fine. If I could put this to the south, or to the north of the queen, and then be south of her, or something... Oh, actually, hang on. I know what I want. Not over there. I need it right here, up a couple, and then just push her south and kill her. And then do the exact same thing with the other one. Ta-da! And don't let her spawn. I guess I'm gonna need to make a longer edge or something. I mean, I guess I have the option of having a queen spawn if I really want to, but that seems like a bad thing to do. Like, it'll be much more clean and easier if she doesn't. There we go. Maybe? Maybe I didn't want her to go. Okay, there we go. That'll work. Easy. Why easy room near such a ridiculously hard room? Alright, well, I have no idea how to do this room. And this is the second level out of 3, so I'm at least halfway through. Seems like a good time to move on. Roaches and Walls by Fogel by Fogel. I remember seeing this existing in the architecture forum. After yet another lengthy journey through a series of elaborate puzzles involving complex mechanisms, Bithro needed a break. So when he saw a job posting that simply said, "Roaches have infested my basement," he thought, well, maybe that wouldn't be so bad. He checked with the client just to be sure and was told there would be no monsters besides roaches and no complex structures, just floors and walls with the occasional green door and the obligatory blue door to ensure the job was finished. Well, how hard could that be? I thought it was good. I just became incomprehensible with that particular one room. Back swiping. Gotta make sure the AI knows to do that. Looks like some kind of race mechanism. Maybe I can't enter from this side. No, that's gonna make it worse if I enter from that side. Oh, this is the... Never mind, duh. This is a blue door trap. All I need to do is clear the other rooms and then it's doable. Okay, I'm gonna have to keep that guy behind me, I guess. Fine. Do I need you for something? Wonder what the idea here is. miss something and the room started? There's a roach here that I don't seem to be able to do anything with but kill. And then no matter which way I go, I'm in the exact same situation afterward. I'm obviously forgetting some basic trick. Well, I don't know what to do there, but I can go in other directions. Check that out. Did I have an option not to release that guy? Doubtful. There's very little choice in the beginning of this room at all. I guess I just need to do this. Maybe I want that guy to be in the other one? Yeah, that's it. Alright, this room was straightforward enough. And we're back here. Oh. Okay. I guess in theory we want just one of them to be like that. No, we want them both like that. And at this point, their move orders look different. Maybe I can shuffle them? Better, but not done. I'm less than certain what I can do here. looks like I can shuffle around the move orders of them, which seems really unhelpful and annoying. Maybe. Can they be made to do that? It doesn't seem like no matter what. I don't know, no matter what shuffling I do, those three on the left are always not in the right order. Actually, it doesn't look like I can do anything but swap them. The one that starts in the corner is going to stay in the corner no matter what. Okay, there we go. What a pain. Alright, this one was fine. I should probably not start facing that way there. Is this what I wanted? Probably not. What do I want here? I'm not really clear. This is some kind of weird efficiency thing. So, somehow or other I'm supposed to prevent that guy in the north from catching up without going too far north. I don't see that I have time to do that. I have to kill every single one of these before the guy in the north gets here, gets to the same column as I'm in, or row rather. I can't go beyond here because that guy to my west won't let me go any farther north. Because otherwise I get stuck there. That's the max. There we go. So this is some just barely kind of thing. Alright. Maybe not. After looking at it, maybe not. It sure looked like it was supposed to matter, though. Alright, what have we got here? I'm immediately concerned about that guy to the east. I'm probably not supposed to let him out into the area. This is different. There we go. Okay. Now it's presumably just cleanup, because everybody's now in the same side of this area, making it very easy. I don't know why there needed to be a constraint that you don't stay on the center line for too long. I guess they just didn't want the player to do this, because then all the roaches would bunch up toward the middle. Okay. I don't have time to turn around no matter which of the ways I go. And I also can't really retreat because there's already something behind me by the time I get there. Like, I have to spend 2 turns doing this, and then there's immediately something behind me. No other sword direction lets me actually kill a guy as I go in. This is what we need to do. Okay. Once again, backswiping. But I can't do that here. There we go. And this guy. That should be the last room of the level. Yep. Now this should be easy, right? I just need to, I don't know. What do I need to do here now? I think that's the right idea. Alright, I'm not sure that this actually fixed anything with this room. Oh, it did, okay. I just need to start facing that way. Alright, hold totals. Alright. So it's a 1-level hold. And Drawd is not responding. You can stop. Huh, I was half expecting that to get a lot worse, Beethro mumbled to himself. Multiple levels, new monsters, fancy mechanisms. Guess I've just been through enough that I forget some people just need the roaches cleared out of their basements. Alright. 100%. Roaches Revenge by Tokyo Kid. Beethro Budkin has killed too many roaches. Now the queen of all roaches will take revenge. Alright. Beethro Budkin, this is a message from the Roach Queen. You've killed too many roaches. You will die. Follow the Stiars to your doom. Beethro, I am the queen of all roaches. Wait. Once you set foot on those stairs, you will have to fight your way through more than 16 levels, and you will die. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Warp Room North. And what's to the west? Secret Room. Okay. Road blocked. I can see that. Warp Room? Do not use this room to cheat. Only use it if you are so stuck and people at the Drawd 4 ends can't help you. The number 4 and then ns. Alright. I'm not gonna cheat. Yet. Warp Room North. Roach Sanctuary, a quieter level. Oh boy. This room is owned by the Matundu residents? What? What's a Matundu? How does a residence own somebody? How does a residence own a location? This is one of my least favorite things. This is how well can you read the diagonal through the circular looking sprites of the obstacle graphics? And my answer is usually not that well. Maybe I did go the right way. Yeah. Just here. I need to do something else. I would love to have basic path blocking, like basic pathfinding in Drawd, where I could like control click a particular location and the game will try to pathfind to there and it'll inform me whether it's blocked or not. And if it's not blocked, it'll just zoom throw straight over there. The same way it does in, RPG. Welcome to the Nikki Magi residence. This room is owned by the Nikki Magi residents. If you do not live here, beat it. I guess I'll beat it. I mean, I'm trying to beat the entire hold after all. Why does it say welcome and then beat it? Please, not roaches, not owned by Kindle residents. Please kill them soon. What? So these are not roaches which are not owned by Kindle residents, which again, of course Kindle residents doesn't own anything. Kindle residence is a location. What? Where does this go? This is the Kindle residence. And that's a bomb. And that's more bombs. I can't reach that scroll, but I really want to know what it says. Oh well. There's definitely a secret room to the east, though, I think. Yep. Traung residence. Okay. Can I... Is there... There's nothing in this room. Why? Okay. I guess I'll just move on then. Level 3, welcome to the Roach Temple. Fight back the roaches as they take revenge. Here's a brain, but not a roach. The stairs to level 4 are ahead. You chose west. In this part, you will put your Brian to the test. I don't have any Brians. Do you have a Brian? Yeah, solve puzzles. Yeah. South, if you like all 3 insane battles, mazes, and puzzles, then you've come to the right place. This has all 3 themes, plus some pretty random things, portals, traps, etc. Hold on. Hee hee, your time is getting near. Choose a path to your doom, Roach Queen. East is an all-out suicidal battle for those warheads. Rooms are required to concour before going to level 4. Oh, you chose north first, eh? Well, good luck. You will try to find your way through mazes. Okay. Oh. When you say mazes, you don't mean mazes. You mean terrible secret wall path nonsense. That's not a maze. Level, is it 13 or 18? In King Dugan's dungeon, that's a maze. In a maze, you can actually see where you're going. Especially in a top-down perspective. In this, there's no logic or work or thinking or tracing anything out. This is just blindly hitting at the walls until something happens. I mean, this also does succumb to the exact same algorithm as a real maze would, if you were actually in a maze, but like... was this necessary? Who deemed that this was necessary? Hold on just a second. Someone was spraying something and I wanted to see if it was a large conglomeration of bugs or not. It was not, it was just keyboard dust. Which is good news. We've had ants around here lately. Oh. Also, entrance trap. Because, why? Also, there's this black door here for some reason. And there's a way to go north, and there's a way to go east. Okay. Looks like I need to drop all the trapdoors. And there's a weird looking thing in the middle with a seems like it, doesn't it? How do I even kill that guy over there? Past the... oh, probably use Mimic. That's it. So first kill the queens so they'll stop being annoying. No, first kill the seeps, then the queens. Then open the black gates so that you have mimics available. Then drop all the trapdoors at the same time. And place mimics to destroy the babies. Tar babies. Okay. What is this? There's like a million scrolls over there. I want to read them, so I'm not going to worry about anything else until I've done so. Also, that appears to be a bomb maze, but with orbs over there. I guess I'd better destroy all the trapdoors on my way over. Because otherwise I'm just going to have to do it again anyway. This is a bit obnoxious just in general. Is this a maze? I don't really think this is a maze, considering it has exactly one... it has no splitting to its path whatsoever. There are no dead ends or anything. It's basically a straight line stretched on end. It reminds me of a story I heard once. Like there's some kind of... What? All of this says go left first, please. Well, I don't wanna. It'll probably be quicker, though. Also, I messed up. What was I saying? I don't remember in what context I heard this, but like there's some kind of deity in D&D who, if you annoy them, then they will immediately send you to a maze or something. I don't know if that was specific to the setting in question or if it's something that exists generally. And Minotaurs always know their way out of mazes, so some character had like a player character Minotaur and taunted the maze deity for some reason because the player wanted to troll or something. And basically the Minotaur was sent to a quote-unquote maze that was just a very, very long straight line. So it's like they knew where the exit was, but that didn't help them get there any faster. I'm really only talking about this weird second-hand thing because of how boring this hold is. Oh, I can reach the trapdoors. Why are they all got checkpoints? That's really strange. Alright, now we wait around for the bombs to explode. Okay. Wonder what this scroll says. These queens are kind of stuck between their own spawns, making them much less effectual than they otherwise would be. Time to go back. Back to what? Probably just back to the exit of the room, but... I mean, this isn't the most obnoxious spiral thing with a queen in the middle that I've seen. Surely that counts for something. Okay. Here are some eyes to kill. We're gonna need you to stab all of them. Don't worry, they're not a threat, we just need you to stab them. Since there's more people here than there were back at the start of the stream, I might reiterate my question on whether continuing to do this on Saturday will cause any particular issues. It'll work. I kind of like having at least a 2-day gap between days on which I stream, because I do enjoy it, but it can be kind of tiring. Okay, what is this nonsense? I refuse. I refuse. I will not do that room. I'm going to leave and check out the other rooms, and then I'm going to be finished with this level, with this hold. I will not do that room. What was the theme here? Eyes? I think the theme was eyes. I mean, there were eyes back in the other way too, but... How nice of you to stack these goblins up in a narrow passage where I can easily kill all but one of them. And then the last will be pretty easy too. Oh, actually, that guy's stuck on a force arrow. What a doofus. Can I go anywhere here? Oh, I can. Okay. This room looks like a thing of some sort. Trying to get that last rock golem, but I guess it's not happening. Even if I did block myself in, I'd be able to leave and come back, but I don't really want to do that. Why is that orb? Alright, that's it for the goblins. I guess I'll roll up this bomb for no reason. I guess I missed a goblin or two. Maybe I'll put off blowing up that bomb. There we go. Could be. I hope this is cuttable. I really don't want to have to... Okay, it's not. Maybe this will be? this orb do? Oh. Nothing I really care about. That looks good. Yeah, this should be fine. Okay. We're just going to be as obnoxious as we possibly can with these orbs. Even after there is nothing left that's making these roaches matter for me to be harassed while trying to deal with them, they're still going to insist that I go through another orb or two before I can kill them. Alright. I guess I'd just leave this way and then go up here. Okay, makes sense. Is there a black door? I don't see any black doors, so let's just kill this. And let's just kill that. Alright, it's the plus room. We hold plus in this room and it's done. Is there going to be some convoluted room complete path at the end of all this? Maybe. Doesn't seem like it though. Oh, goodness sakes. Look at that trap. Designed specifically to annoy the player in the case that they're just wandering through directly, trying to get to the other side. Now it looks like that path comes from the west to the east. I don't know what that's about. Given that there's already shortcuts at the beginning of the room, I don't know why there would be another shortcut there. Maybe that leads to a secret room or something? So what was this supposed to be? Oh. That was put your Brian to the test. Okay. And this is an all-out suicidal battle, apparently? Sure. It said something about warheads? Is that just that I push this and some bombs explode? That's not really much of a battle. Not even much of a warheads, really. I mean, I wonder kinda how big, like if you assume Bithro has a certain height and width, how big actually is a room in, say, Earth measurement terms? It has to be pretty big, but not like nuclear bomb yield big, right? This is, remember the room earlier that was like not the most obnoxious spiral with queens in the middle? Well, we fixed that. That's what this is. Once again, this would be saved by a very simple pathfinding tool that essentially says I can't if the path is blocked for any reason. I think even RPG actually has like a feature where it'll let you mark out a path yourself. 190 by 160. I don't know what 19 times 16 is, but if you take 16 squared and put 2 zeros at the end, that's probably bigger than most houses, right? I think that's a Fermi estimation. I could be wrong. I also could be mispronouncing Fermi. Like, I don't know what exactly 19 and 16 are, but if I say 20 times 15, that would be 300. So it's like 300. Yeah, 10,000 square feet is about the size of a home, right? Like a house that a family lives in kind of size. I was referring to the kind of estimation that was done in one of the how-to site pages from the XKCD website place, where they don't bother. It's not like specifically orders of magnitude, it's just, oh, I think that's about like that kind of estimation. I don't know, maybe there's more than one definition. Of course there's black doors in this room, because we can't have tar stuff without it being obnoxious in some way. But yeah, house size still isn't nuclear bomb explosion size in general. I was originally going to say something about the explosion being only the size of a room, but then I started thinking how big is a room actually, is how that even came about for my head. This is just obnoxious to clean up. There's nothing in this room. Hooray. It's almost a relief to see a room with nothing in it. The thing is, at the beginning of the hold, didn't I kill the Roach Queen that talked? Which means I already killed the Roach Queen. So she's having revenge for her death posthumously? Or do you pronounce that posthumously? Posthumously? I don't know. This is almost a puzzle here. Because I don't want to walk off the way to reach one of these guys. Maybe I already messed up? Oh, there's no checkpoints in this room, by the way. Alright, I think I found it. I think I have discovered the puzzle that's in this hold. Which is this. It's not an amazing puzzle, but I could actually reliably call this, or reasonably call this, a puzzle. I think. It's just a little bit taller than it has any good reason to be. That's all. You could make a legitimate puzzle out of that if you made it much, squished it vertically quite a bit. Here's another room with nothing in it. And here's a room with essentially nothing in it. And here's a room with nothing in it. Here's a room with a tar mother in it, I guess. Oh. This is not the maze section. Okay, I'm done. This is enough. That's enough. That's enough. Let's look at another one. Huh. Rodents of unusual size. Tribute hold featuring elements from TSS, Lemmings. Credit goes to Taravel team for scripting such a beautiful element. Okay. Be honest, aren't those ROUS the cutest thing you've ever seen? Thanks to Larry Merck, Insoluble, Komachi, Leos, Blorkswan, Chaco, and Disoriented for testing the hold. For me, my A game mostly means that I need to be more patient. I feel reasonably patient. Thanks a lot to Nuntar, Blorkswan, and Kira Miller for helping me with challenge scripting. Thanks again to Nuntar for helping me with Lemming's description. For those who don't know, let me quote the whole description again. I do not own these bonus elements, and I did not script them. They are elements from the Second Sky, which I particularly enjoyed. All credits to Caravel team. A brief explanation of all type of lemmings for those who don't own TSS or need a reminder. All of them need to be killed for the green door to drop. All of them move light after regular monsters. Lemmings only move straight ahead and will chomp through some things but push other things. Okay. Also, I needed to push that button at a very specific time. When, I don't know. Let's see. Looks like I need to wait 3 turns. There we go. Bent tail. Move in a direction they are facing until they find a wall or an obstacle they can't, then they'll turn clockwise 90 degrees. So, what is it we want this guy to do? I guess we want him to do this. No. Well, we want him to not die, for one thing. Maybe I need to do that, but timed differently. This is a bit of a weird trial and error thing to dump into the tutorial. Like, did the spikes really need to be structured quite this way? Could you not have made it, like... As tutorials go, this is rather finicky, I must say. Why did that explode? Huh. I didn't know they did that. Wait, why did it explode? I guess that they attack bombs and things. Okay. Blue lemmings move in the same direction you, but stay put if their diagonal is blocked. Okay. Right. But not mirrors. With mirrors, they can't do anything. That seems really odd. Mirrors should be more fragile, but they're treated as though they're less. There we go. Baby lemmings will move in the direction the player is facing. I've used lemmings myself, but basically only the bent tail ones. so I'm less familiar with all the other ones. All lemmings are scripted characters, so they have abilities normal monsters don't possess. Yeah, tokens and stuff. What's over here? Okay, so this is a normal lemming, right? Somehow I need to get things out of his way, I think. Do I want to blow up this guy? What in the world? Okay. I'm not clear what it is I want to do here, but I guess that we want to do that. I mean, I think I need this guy's help over there, right? So I didn't want him to die yet. Lemmings don't stab each other, I notice. How do I kill this guy? Maybe I'm supposed to use the explosive I lost earlier for that? So I should be facing a more favorable direction to begin with. Wait. No. How? I can't push the orb and get all the way over there in the same go. With the same guy, with that little time. That's almost good enough, I guess. Okay, that's all I needed to do. Then he can push it the rest of the way out. Alright, so then all I need to do is kill both of them, so also not kill myself. That's kind of important. There we go. What does this do? Okay. What? Okay, so as you enter, there's that guy over there, and he's going to kill himself, but you don't want that. You probably want him to hit this button and move forward. So, what is the best way to arrange for that to happen? I think first of all, a guy facing this way will force him north, if placed at the right time. By north, I meant south. I don't know why I can't say directions right. Then he will push the button, and I think I want him to survive and actually go down that way. So I need to somehow bring him back to where that decoy was. I don't want him to hit that hot tile as most of it, right? I'm concerned that using up all 3 decoys in this first room is a mistake, but I don't really know what else I can do. Maybe that first guy was ill-placed and it should be the other way. or something. No, that can't be it. I just need him to go south, right? I don't see a more efficient on decoys way to do that besides this. Maybe after he goes south I should force him east and then south. That technically works. I guess he can't destroy those. Oh, I have no control over anything in that room. That's great. So I'm supposed to do the first area on only one decoy? Or on only 2 decoys anyway? I'm not really convinced that's possible. I mean, I can take exactly 1 to push him south here, and then he will push the button. But after that, there's no way to get him to a good position to go through the other way without spending 2 decoys. Like, I need at least 1 to force him east instead of him hitting this hot tile. And then I need another 1 to do anything else. And I can't have him going all the way east because then he'll just kill himself. So there's no way that that works with the first decoy being there. Maybe the first one should go somewhere else? I don't know. There's nowhere else for the first decoy to go without spending a second decoy on the same thing. And then it's an even worse position than before. Yeah, I don't know this one. Here? That's not gonna work. The whole reason I need a decoy to be here is to push him south. If I put a decoy here... Oh. I didn't think he would go south in that case. Which other way? There's a lot of other ways. I'm inclined to come back to this one later and just explore other rooms since I have the opportunity. Alright, here's a baby lemming. What do I want him to do? What is all this mess? I guess I'm just gonna see what happens if I let things occur. Okay. So... yeah. This is a thing that occurred. That's not what I wanted. I guess I should stand here and try to kill them as they come. I really see how this can work. There's some nonsense mess here with these buttons. Something has to hit every single button. But if Lemming goes through here, then there's no way to kill him. And if the Lemming goes right here, there's no way to kill him either. I don't know. That's even assuming that I figure out whatever I'm supposed to do to begin with. Which is a pretty generous assumption. Okay, I can put one guy through. And that's good. To put that guy through over there. I'm gonna try this, but this seems like the wrong thing to do. For these two. I mean, it looks like you're just supposed to put them in, but if you put them in like this, then there's several you can't kill. Well, there's two you can't kill. And, I could fix either one of those, but not both of them, using the baby lemming. Like, if I just kill both of these, then I could send the baby lemming through here, and then I could go kill him myself, or have him walk in on here. But, also, I need to somehow kill whoever goes in here, which is easiest if it's the baby lemming, but... I don't get this configuration of things. Like, why this weird configuration of buttons and hot tiles? Alright, see you. Maybe. Maybe I can chase that one. Okay. Operating on that theory, let's go ahead and put you in here so I don't forget. You go that way. Yeah, that's it. That was the missing step. Oh, whoops. I need to go kill that guy. I can fix that. It's just going to be annoying. So to fix that, I just need that guy to stay there somehow. So I'll take advantage of this diagonal rule. And then I can move him over there after I reach the green doors. Yeah, it feels like I solved the puzzle and then had to go fix something. I probably could have waited to put that guy in there until later to make this a little easier. But, it's not that hard, because he isn't completely a mimic or Facundo that I have to completely babysit. Completely. Oh, why'd I do that for? I wanted to go this way, not that way. Right, facing direction. Wait, what? Hang on. I didn't wait long enough for a roach to die, did I? Yeah, that's it. Oh, also I forgot to kill that guy. Okay. This is just kind of a pain. Oh, dude, don't do that. Just go away. There. Yeesh. Rodents of unusual demands. Alright, what's this? This closes all the doors. Why would I ever want that? This opens these doors, so I guess it lets the rodent out. This opens a random force arrow for who knows what reason. There's a guy here. I'm better off just trying to do things. So I assume that I don't want to kill those, but I don't know why yet. So I'm just going to try to explore the room before I worry about that. Alright, so I need to do this to open those doors by doing that. So why do I care about opening this door? It seems really weird. Well, if I put a guy here, then that can't happen anymore. I can go kill this guy. And maybe I can use the stick to accomplish something? What, I don't know. Why do I care about this force arrow right here? That seems completely irrelevant. I don't... Like, what? don't know what this wants me to do. As far as I can tell, my only option is to place the decoy exactly like this. But then there's no way to kill that guy. And I don't think that there's any way that the water skippers could have helped. Hang on. Let's just try keeping them alive and see what happens. If, you know, I could line them up here and make them stay, that would be ideal. Because that way, actually just, yeah. If I could make 2 of them stay, that would be ideal. Because then I could just go over and kill the rodent from that platform. Maybe I need to use a decoy for that somehow? Okay. I can get a guy in the way quickly enough to maybe do something. And then I guess the decoy can help. Not enough help. I want to reach that one-tile island before these guys can slip off. I don't care about you. Oh wait, maybe, hold on. What if I just put him here? Then the skippers can't move, I can kill this guy. Then I can kill the decoy and kill these. Like that. And kill that guy. Why did that guy exist? Why was that guy in the room at all? Challenge, place the decoy on the right side of the room and don't push it on the left side. The decoys can't step on the bridge or in the shallow water at 15.8 or 15.9. Then clear the room. I'm guessing these 2? Okay then. I don't know what the heck. I don't really care. That looks also like a secret access down here, which I presume you would achieve by like sticking that guy over. I mean, I can probably do that, given that he seems to be irrelevant to the problem at hand anyway. I can just carry him to the other side and then kill him. Oh wait, I can't kill him, can I? Whatever. I'm just happy to have finished this room. I don't really... Like, there's a lot of extra nonsense floating around that I don't understand, but whatever. Challenge. Step at 1029. Okay. I have no idea how that's a challenge. Or what any of this other nonsense is. Looks to me like the way it's probably scripted is just drop the trapdoor. Wait for event, all trapdoors dropped. But that's kind of irrelevant to me. What is all this? Okay. I guess that this is the classic put a snake through all the buttons in order kind of room, and then make sure he comes back off, except instead of a snake, it's a lemming. So because I have no idea which way is clockwise, I'm gonna have to just hope that I have the right direction in mind. So just as an initial test, I'm gonna see if that puts him on the button or not. Because I think it should. Yeah. Is this the way I want it to be? How do I... wait. This force arrow goes the other way. Do I want to hit these three? Why? What? I thought I was just going through here, but apparently... no? This is some other convoluted nonsense. Alright, I really don't know what this room wants then. It looks too complicated to make sense of. Blue Lemming moves first. First before what? I guess before the other lemming? I don't really see a way to make him go anywhere though. There. I think. So the goal here is, I guess, to put the blue lemming way up there and put the bent lemming going east into here at the same time. This looks like a pain. Step at 2-6. Okay. Why does this passage exist? Okay. What is this? What is all this? Okay. There's a lot of convoluted rooms here. Okay, what does this want? So if I push that orb, then this guy will go. If I drop the trapdoor, then these guys will go. And if I hit the tar, then this guy will go. And I don't want anyone to push any button. So, looks like maybe I can start with this guy. Okay, we don't want him going that way. Or if instead I do this, then I have to spend a few turns doing that. Okay, so I don't need to use a decoy for the northmost guy. For the others, I need a decoy to be blocking them somehow or other. I think maybe what I want is definitely to put one here, and maybe also to put one like there. I'm not sure about one of them, but I know this will work for these two. And this will work for this guy. So the real trick is placing those two mimics so that, whoops, so that they block those guys and also make sure this guy doesn't do anything annoying. Oh, hold on. Nah, I can't do that. Okay. So I need to get inside the box in the time it takes these guys to do things. So ideally, the first and second mimic should be placed in some way that maybe this, or it could be. Yeah, there's nothing in the way of doing that. That's probably it. Anyway. I'm pretty sure that I need both decoys to handle the 3 west regular lemmings. So I can't... Is this going to be better? I think this is going to be worse. Oh, wait. What if I... No, this is probably a bad idea. I'm going to try it anyway. Because if one mimic was good enough, I don't think I'd be given 2. So this probably doesn't work. Yeah, no. The second mimic has to be placed somewhere really useful somehow. I feel like making him go as far north as possible is maybe the right idea. Except that then there's nowhere to put the second mimic that's useful. So maybe this and that. But then, I don't know why... Oh, wrong timing. I don't know why there needed to be Ormites where there are Ormites. That seems really strange. I really don't know what to do here. That's a lot of turns that I can't seem to make up. That won't work. can't get there in time for that to be doable. So there's no way that's going to work. You can't cut the mud with a decoy. Because if you could do that, then you could send him going to the east first, maybe? Oh. I really hope the solution doesn't involve somehow carrying the mud babies off somewhere. That would be really unsatisfying. I don't think I have enough control over them for that to be the solution. No, there's no way. There is no way that this is solvable with the mud babies like that. Well, I'm not sure about that one either. Oh, here's the exact same again, but also not. Challenge, don't blow up the powder keg. Here's the same idea, but not. But instead of mimic potions, you get... Instead of decoy potions, you get something else. Which seems like it should make it much easier. Oh, I forgot they do that. So that won't delay him. Yeah, I can't get there in time to do anything about that. Yeah, I don't know this one any better than the other one. Oh, we have 4 of these rooms. Cool, I guess. I found the exit level zone. And also, like, the edge of the universe. Oh, here's a lemming horde? Okay. Do I... Oh boy. This is some kind of an event. Huh. Yeah, I don't think this is solvable from this direction at all. Maybe I'm supposed to enter from somewhere else? Yeah, that looks possible, maybe. No. In that case, I don't think this room is solvable at all. This is a gigantic hole, by the way. A gigantic level. This room requires a specific quirk of the way lemming is scripted that you might not find in other lemming holds. What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Probably some interaction with time clones. Or maybe not. Honestly, I have no idea. A lot of optional rooms around here. This room doesn't look solvable at all. I can take a stick, I guess. Oh, I see. That doesn't seem too useful. I don't know what this is meant to do. Is the brain somehow supposed to be meaningful? I don't really see how. I mean, I can trap a lemming in here, I guess. And I can't go anywhere through this room. So I'm either restoring or walking all the way back. It's a little awkward. This is an overall kind of awkward design. I guess this area was the finale, but I didn't know that, so I just stumbled into it. It explains why I couldn't figure anything out in it, though. Ugh, force arrows. If the goblin at 34-6 steps on the bridge, you'll no longer be able to exit the room. That's an awfully specific prohibition to make. Yeah. Oh, hi. My hand was in the wrong position, so I was pushing a different button from the one I thought I was. Let's go back here and look at this. And for some stupid reason, this was designed in such a way that I can't start the room unless I enter from the south. That seems really woefully unnecessary. Right, I'm just gonna push the button first. Then make him go south. After that, I don't really know what I should be doing. I guess I want to hit this button. In which case, I kind of want him to go east here. Or maybe going all the way around is a good idea. Huh. So after that, I need him to go that way. How can I make him go that way? Well, let's see. His natural move cycle looks like this. Maybe I should just do this, or this, this. This. That will work. Interesting that decoy placement naturally kills off the mud babies. I should just try to send him sailing off to the east right away? That's not the way to do it. Can I do that with only one decoy? I'm not sure I can. Yeah, you have to be going north for that to work. Maybe I'm not supposed to put a decoy on that button because I'm not supposed to clean up the mud babies that way? That sounds like a complete nightmare though, so I really hope that's not it. I really don't know. I don't know. And a lot of these rooms are just exhausting to even look at. Ooh, what is this? A bomb maze? Welcome to the bomb maze, you already lost. Okay. I guess I'm not allowed to enter if I'm facing the wrong direction. Looks like this is basically a Fagundo bomb maze. Because those are fun. I guess my goal should be to reach those Ormites. Do I need him to push all these buttons? Oh, of course I do. It can't be, like, simple. I have to push every single button. All of them inside of a giant maze. Okay. Okay, I pushed all the buttons. How do I open these? I have no idea how I'm supposed to get that. Oh, okay. Actual Fagundo maze over here. So wait. I'm trying to figure out why I don't just blow up the bombs when I've pushed the orb. Oh. I guess I don't want to push the orb, so I don't want to blow up the bombs. So I have to do some kind of nightmarish nonsense with juggling both this guy and a Fagundo at the same time, without Ormites, because that's fun. Well, no, we can leave him there and then do the Fagundo, I guess. How do I kill that eye? Hang on. Do you kill things? Of course not. How can the oh, wait, I can just stab that. Never mind. I don't know why I was fretting over that. What I should be fretting about is this nonsense Fagundo bomb maze. It's like, hey, that thing you just did, I'm gonna need you to do it again. Exactly. In a different maze, though. Somehow. I'm not really sure how this is supposed to work. Like, I need to achieve a 90-degree turn without the help of any Ormites. I don't really know what the purpose of these are at all, because it seems to me like the room is pretty well enforced without them. Oh, it can. That might help. I don't know. It has to be in this. It has to be in this line facing southwest somehow. How I'm supposed to achieve that, I don't know. Well, I guess if the Fagundo is visiting me, I can kill this. Okay, that's it. Because then I can do that, which is possibly helpful. Probably not. I mean, at least one more thing is dead, I guess. If I could kill... I don't know. If I could get to the Ormites, then I'd be good, but I'm not allowed to go to them. I don't know how this is supposed to be possible. Like, I certainly... Like, there's no way whatsoever to use the lemming to help with this problem. Because the Fagundo has to be the one, because it's the only one that can fly. I don't think there's any way that helps. Because even if I freed things up to where the Fagundo could just blow up all the bombs, this still closes the way out. So blowing up all the bombs will close the way out. So I can't do that. No matter what, the bombs have to stay intact. I guess... no. With the placement of the bombs, there's nowhere to bonk the Fagundo anywhere in this area to change its facing. Fagundo Bomb Maze, but twice, and the second one's impossible. Oh boy. Fagundo, Bonk, Slimming, and both die. Lemming touches ashes, and nothing happens. Lemming is basically irrelevant at this point, because I could have the Fagundo go in there and do that. Everything there is left to do at this, once you have the Lemming cross here, everything that's left to do is essentially the Fagundo's work. Yep, they activate all kinds of tokens if they walk on them. That's it. Thank you. It's simple as that. Oh man. Okay. I mean, I know somewhere in my head that lemmings are things that activate all kinds of tokens, but I was thinking about activating a disarm token would have been really helpful. I guess I wasn't thinking of the power token as a token, which sounds really stupid, but like it doesn't feel like a token the way that like a weapon token or a disarm token does, because it doesn't, I don't know. In this case, it feels like a button that activates the Fagundo rather than like a token to me. So it's easy to forget that it is a token and can be activated not by B-throw. Okay. Well, I'm happy with solving even a little bit of this, because a lot of these rooms are headaches to look at, or despite trying quite a bit, I don't get it. Or that same thing here. It's 4:40. I think this is a good time to call it. And we can come back to more of this next time. I'm not going to touch the Room of Humility very much. I've seen it before, so I'll poke it briefly and then continue, I suspect. Anyway, thank you for watching. As far as I know, I'll be back to do 7th Dragon stream on next Wednesday morning. Well, morning for me, but, you know, the time mentioned in the post. And then back again for this next Saturday. But, farewell for now.